Okay, you guys, I am like so happy you're here. Welcome to the third performance in year 2 of our Hal Schiffman Music Library Friday night performance series. Happy Friday! Woo! Happy election! Woo! North Carolina went well! Woo! Yeah, we got some work to do. This is a very historic moment here in the School of Music, Theater, and Dance at UNCG. We, as of tonight, have had all 3 segments of the school performing in our lovely, newly renovated space. Woo! We, let's see, yeah, we've had lots of music. Theater as of last month, the improvisation. It's a really cool name. Yeah, okay, I missed it, but you can see a video that David made, right, on YouTube. Did we link to it from the Facebook page? I forgot.
I did.
Okay, good. And tonight, oh my God, dance! But before the performing begins, I want to thank all the people who made this possible. If not for Lila Yazin and Letitia Velez, we would not be here right now. This is something that was born in our heads. So to both of you, wherever you are, thank you. And even more directly, our excellent HSML staffers, David, super organized David, doing so many things I can't even think about it, but mostly videoing and putting things out there on Facebook, so if you want to see stuff, go to the Facebook page. David, thank you very much. Yes, woohoo. And Lauren, thank you for the cool posters. Elena, April, and Eric, and whoever else I forget. But really, yes, exactly, yes. You're a cool mom. All of our wonderful staff here at the HSML. You guys, you totally rock. So, a quick note about how to dispose of things. If your cup or plate is like colored, or your not silverware, but cornware, I call it, because it's made from corn. It's all compostable, so put it in the compostable bag over there. And napkins are compostable too, and food, of course. Yeah, so don't worry about that. That's great, because we compost here at UNCG. Finally. Okay. Yay! Okay. On a special note, I would like to dedicate the performance this evening to Jenny, our friend and colleague who was recently diagnosed with ovarian cancer. I think she would love the music and dance tonight, and sending some of that good energy to her will give her strength to help her on her new and challenging journey. Here's for Jenny. Woo! Okay, I hope you will take advantage of the yummy food from Zaytoon and the coffee from Tate Street Coffee House. A special note about the food tonight, the Zaytoon yumminess was totally donated for this evening. I went to pay to Anna, look, I'm gonna get verklempt. And she said, no, I want to donate the food for tonight. It's like, oh, really? So it's especially delicious tonight because it was given to us. So you need to know about her wonderful restaurant, Zaytoon, on 301 North Elm Street. You go left, you go downtown, you go left, and it's in this really big glass building that looks like offices, and there would never be a delicious restaurant in it, but there is. And they're open for lunch. She's also at the Saturday Farmers Market downtown, and so has some stuff at Deep Roots, and yeah, okay. But thanks to, so eat, it's good energy. It's you talk about the good energy is pretty amazing tonight, yeah. And speaking of food, the music and dance this evening will feed your soul as well as your eyes and ears. Sugarfoote Productions and Africa Unplugged going to give you good juju tonight. Oh yes. Robin, and by the way, this is Atiba, and he's been in this building for years, and this is like a triumphal return. It's kind of exciting. Robin G., professor of dance here at UNCG, who is, by the way, going on a Fulbright next semester to Mali. Oh my gosh! Woo! Founded this group in 2006, and I'll let her give you a little more background. Warm welcome to Robin G.
So hi guys, what an introduction. Again, my name is Robin G. I'm an associate professor in the dance program now here in the newly minted School of Music, Theater, and Dance. And Sarah is so right. This is such an amazing moment for me because it does represent like a kind of synergy. I also have a company. I'm an artistic director of a company called Sugarfoote Productions. It's on the signs everywhere. And we are here just to sort of give you a taste of some of the things that we do. Sugarfoote is a dance company, but it's also a sort of service arts organization, and I'm kind of interested in exposing audiences to the cultural practices and art of West Africa, because that's sort of what I do. It's my research, it's my sort of creative background. And then we have this wonderful moment where we're having a performance next weekend. So we're having a performance in the UNCG Dance Theater on Friday evening, and it is a collaboration between Sugarfoote, which is my company, and Africa Unplugged. And the reason that Sarah said that Atiba has been in this building, because he's an alum of your music program. So he graduated. I thought he was going to have convulsions coming into the building. I was like, are you okay? Are you like, you know, are you sure you're okay? He's like, no, I think I can do this. I can do this. Because actually what he said, Sarah, is that actually the music library is like great. I love the building. Right? Yeah. I thought he was going to be a little bit verklempt himself, but no, we're all fine. So he's the director of this amazing musical group. First of all, Atiba accompanies my classes in the in the dance department. I met him when my first semester here. I called a friend. I'm like, I need musicians, and he sends me his son, and he's been playing for me ever since. It's been like a lot of years. He was a freshman or a sophomore, maybe. He was a freshman or a sophomore. I was new. All I knew is that he came over and he was amazing. So we've been sort of working together, literally working together in the space, in the dance department for all of these years. And then he's recently started this group called Africa Unplugged, and they're amazing. They're this incredible group that takes and sort of pushes the boundaries of what traditional music is, and they play this sort of synthesis of contemporary and African and hip hop, and they write music, and they're just these amazing artists. So I wanted to have this sort of collaborative moment between my dance organization and their music organization. So we got together and we're having this show, and what we want to do tonight is give you a little snippet, just a taste, to make you want to come to the show.
So when are the performances coming
Next weekend, they're Saturday. So we left cards. There's also like dance classes. Oh, okay, there's a lot to tell you. So there's a concert next weekend, next Friday and Saturday evening in the dance theater on the other side of campus. Sort of looks like, it literally is the gym. It's the thing that says Rosenthal Gym on the front of it. But there's this lovely theater inside. Next Friday and Saturday, 8 p.m. You can get tickets online in the box office, or you can just come to the show an hour before, and we have our own box office there. We're having a concert next weekend to sort of celebrate this collaborative endeavor that we have. But tomorrow we're also having classes. So if you like what you see and hear, tomorrow afternoon downtown at the Greensboro Cultural Arts Center, 2 o'clock, we have 2 really brilliant guest artists that are part of this sort of collaborative endeavor as well. So this is actually my teacher from Mali, Sole Ascension, and I brought him down here. He's doing a series of classes. He's doing he just choreographed like this psycho-fast choreographic process. He created a dance on us in like 2 days. So he is presenting a work. I'm going to talk him into dancing in the concert because he's an amazing artist, amazing dancer. He's teaching tomorrow at 3:30, and Atiba is doing a drum class tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Greensboro Cultural Arts Center, Studio 305. So we've kind of got all this stuff going on. And today you're literally seeing a snippet of both the company and the band. The band also has ballophonist and kora player and 2 other musicians, and my company has just a few more dancers. And what we do is we're going to give you a snippet today. It's a little bit more traditional in terms of the dance, but there's also sort of this contemporary dance that I do that looks at bridging all of these different voices that I have. I'm a traditional artist, but I'm also a contemporary woman in the West, and I'm really interested in the places where all of these different identities converge. And I think that they do that a little bit as well in terms of the music. So we look to Africa as part of this voice, but I'm very interested in how that manifests itself in my body as a dancer, and in themes, in choreographic themes that are relevant to me here in the West. So that is more of what you would see next weekend. But today we're sort of giving you a little bit of a window into the kind of the stuff that we do. It's a very little short program, and then we'll be here if you want to ask questions about things afterward for a couple minutes, and then we have to go rehearse.
Oh my
because
God.
solo is a taskmaster. poster. And we have to go get his piece together so that we represent him well next weekend. And I'm dancing. I'm very excited. So this is like the first time. I've done a lot of contemporary dance here, but I've never done traditional dance. And I was hired as a traditional dancer. So it's this kind of wacky moment for me to be a choreographer and a performer. So that's worth coming to the show to see. If you don't see anything, me up there dancing with them and him, that's going to be really interesting. Did you have a question?
Oh, no, ma'am, I'm sorry.
She's like, oh,
Right.
all right. So we're going to get started now. So I hope you enjoy this sort of window into our world, and feel free to ask me questions afterward, and enjoy it. Thanks.
I know I should, but I just can't let
participate. We, right?
Right. Right.
Everybody ready?
Yeah.
Tununa. 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 You got it. Okay, listen. All right. Tununa. make a beautiful harmony out of it? Let's go for it. Let me hear it. Almost. Keep going. A little louder. Yeah. Okay.
So are you.
Only because we're here in this wonderful music library. Cool. Questions about anything you've seen so far? All right, here's the deal.
I know where I'm going to be next Friday
What is
night.
Tuna
That's
Knock?
all I know.
Tununak Kundigi Tun. That song is about women use a needle to braid hair in West Africa. It's saying that the braiding needle is lost. Somebody lost the braiding needle. Right. And if you think about it, right, that's one of the ways people make money. Just like here. Everybody in here gets their hair done. Everybody. Me too. Right down to the side. It's just packed tight right now. All luscious, right? So yeah, so that's what that song is about. The braiding needle has been lost. We lost the braiding needle. All right, so should we do it to him? All right.
Yeah.
We're not supposed to do this. We're gonna do it anyway. Should we do it? Let's do it. All right, sneak peek. So Africa Unplugged is more of us. It's like 7 people total. So we're just gonna give you a sneak peek into kind of what we do with our own thing. Yeah. Anybody know what that intro to?
Redemption song.
All right, I wasn't gonna do it if nobody knew. Oh, pirates, yes, they robbed I, sold I to the merchant ships. Minutes after they died from the bottomless pit, but my hand was made strong by the hand of the Almighty. We forward in this generation triumphantly. Will you help me sing songs of freedom? 'Cause all I ever had, redemption song. Redemption song. Redemption song. Redemption song. Redemption song. sound great. So I guess we do questions and answers. Questions?
Do you guys have any questions? And can I just say something? I'm just so excited. I'm so excited. I'm sorry. This is like your son. This is like a son of the music program. I just get so excited at the thought of him being here.
Yeah, it's so beautiful.
Yeah, like he's here.
There's poetry.
There's some, there's like some kind of like symbiosis. It is kind of cosmic. That he's here and that you've helped train him to be this awesome musician. He like picked up the guitar. I remember when he was just plucking at a guitar and like less than, I don't know, a month later, he's just like he has a teacher, she doesn't want to teach him anymore. He's just like banging out on the guitar. Like he's just an amazing musician. They're all amazing musicians. I just want to quickly say that the other two musicians are like engineering students at A&T. Like I just feel like the world is quite awesome right now. I feel like both teacher, mentor, and artist, and it's quite amazing. So, questions?
I was just curious about the interlocking patterns in the rhythms of music. It's just fascinating. It's incredible.
Excellent. So this particular music is based on that thing that we call polyrhythm, and pretty much it's really the foundation of it are these drums in the back. These are the foundation. Ideally, you want one person playing each drum, but as you guys see, this guy, right? We don't need
Talented.
more people. He got it, right? So with the, I guess, melodies and counter melodies and all of that kind of stuff together is what you're hearing and feeling, and the pull between time and all of that kind of stuff. But one thing I want you all to understand and really recognize is that not only are these percussive instruments, but there are melodies involved as well, right? There are melodies involved. And I'll say this because I'm in a room full of musician people. So for example, right, if you got a bunch of, any violin players, string players, period. String players. All right, now, let's get a bunch of people with string instruments. Let's not tune any strings. I want you to sit in a circle and give everybody a bow. What would that sound like?
Really interesting.
Right? You know what I mean? So,
Six soloists, right?
in the same sense, lots of people see these instruments, and because the instant gratification factor, you hit it and it works, people do that. They take these things, they sit in a circle, and they just go like this. But there are notes to these instruments. You can be out of tune on these instruments, right? It's very specific. And then also these instruments that you see are used, the music primarily is a tool. It's very integral to the culture in West Africa. The music is used as a tool, like to help people farm, to help people celebrate, to help people mourn, all of that kind of stuff. So the melodies and the rhythms, in turn, kind of reflect that. Like we can play something that sounds a little more sad, right? We got, we got happy chords, sad chords, happy rhythm, sad rhythm, same concept.
Cool.
Tuna, whatever language that was, what country in Africa? And what
Comes from the country of Mali.
Oh, okay. I could have put tuna.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. A lot of countries in Africa.
Yeah? Did you have a question? Yeah.
Speaking of drums, do you have to have a drum to come to the workshop tomorrow, or do you just show up?
Come on, back.
Okay. Good question.
Oh yeah, excuse me. The dance workshop tomorrow. You are
Solo is teaching the dance
teaching
workshop.
it.
Yes.
Okay. So
Bless you.
beginners are welcome.
Beginners are welcome. It's a community-based workshop, so everyone is welcome. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yes.
Was the dance based on traditional Mali
Dance,
No, not this particular dance. Oh, I forgot to say about the dance. Okay. So, because I was so excited about the music. So, no, the dance is based on a traditional dance. So the idea is that this dance is a part of a larger kind of dance that I created called Secret d'Afrique, and it's about female initiation because the dance that they're doing is a dance that's largely called Manjani, and these young women are supposed, well, they're not young women, but they're supposed to represent young women going through a rite of passage, going through a female initiation ceremony. So on Friday, if you see it, it's a little bit longer, and they're, they're covered, and it's supposed to be my interpretation of a female initiation ceremony. So it'll look far more traditional in context on the stage. I'm sort of extrapolating the idea of it. Basically what I wanted to do is bring you an example of dancers singing and being musicians simultaneously, because I thought it fit the moment of being in the music building, having this moment with Atiba here. So of all the dances I chose, I just thought this would be an interesting one where you can see them singing and dancing, playing instruments, but normally it's a part of a longer, it's not really a suite, but it's a slightly longer dance that gives you the full sense of this sort of female rite of passage. Their faces are covered, they're painted, they do something a little bit longer and slower at the beginning. I'm the queen of slow. They do, for all this jumping around, I love really slow, kind of pedestrian, task-oriented movement, juxtaposed with this sort of rich, up-tempo stuff. I kind of do that a lot. I don't know why. But so that's sort of part of the larger context of trying to create not really a narrative, but a sense of what the dance looks like in context. So it is a traditional dance, and it looks more traditional when they're not wearing jeans and when they're sort of representing the idea of the dance. So yeah.
I was curious about the women drumming too, because I know in some cultures in Africa only men can drum. I was curious about how that interacts.
Really, and I mean maybe Atiba, because he's a musician, can speak more specifically to me. But what I have observed in my research is that in really more urban look, first of all, like women play a variety of instruments, even though they may or may not drum. Women there's a lot of folklore that say the women are the beginnings of the music, because the women started music because they often are the people that basically can keep a rhythm by clapping. The most fundamental dances happen when women clap. But women do play a variety of instruments. They may play gourds with music in it and rings. You see whole orchestras of women playing a variety of music. I personally feel like the djembe, that kind of drum, is very masculine. So for me, you probably would never see me have women drummers, though there are a lot. I am a proponent of the idea that the stick absorbs a lot of vibration and energy. So women playing stick drums for me is actually a little bit different. And also I've seen a lot in context where you see women playing drums with sticks. Like in Senegal, you see a lot of women playing the sabat. Even though historically, traditionally, men play it, you will see women playing sabat because it's a stick drum. It's softer, not as much reverb and vibration, and the same thing with the junes. And really the only reason why I did that, because it's a very kind of contemporary urban thing to happen on the continent right now. Really with professional dance companies, you see a lot of women drumming, and it's very interesting to me, the idea of women as musicians. And again, for me in this piece, it was the juxtaposition of this very masculine moment of ownership of the body and self and space after the vulnerability of a rite of passage, after the vulnerability of that process where you're, as a woman, you're kind of in between these two places when you're not quite a grown woman and you're a child, and after this process happened, you're fully a woman, but you're also a kind of ownership of your own self and an ownership of your own voice. So that's why I was interested in having the Manjani done on drums, because I wanted the women to appear that there was this visceral transition between the vulnerability of childhood and young adulthood to the power, if you would, of adulthood. But it does have this sort of kind of quasi-traditional context, if that answers your question.
Wow, you're blowing me away.
Thank you! Thank you for having us.
So cool. So tomorrow's classes and next week's performances, and there's still food
There's
and drink
nosh.
here. So nosh, nosh, nosh.
You knock my head, you took the razor, you cut my throat, all for you. All for you, baby, all for you. All for you, baby, all for you. You took me up to the Paso Hill, you took the hammer, you knocked my head, you took the razor, you cut my throat, all for you.